The comments.
There you are.
Hello, everyone. Make the comments. Welcome to the Very Big Comedy Quiz, the feel-good edition for February. We're in February, but we'll do it for January as well. January also deserves a Very Big Comedy Quiz. It's fabulous to be here with a whole lot of you. There's just so many. And it's nice to have our guest, Mr. Feel Good himself, who is going to help us feel good about life in lockdown and life right now. So many reasons to feel good right now, not least of which alcohol is one of them. I don't have any, so I'm drinking water. Cheers. But it's lovely to be here with you and lovely to welcome my co-host, the fabulous man himself, Mr. Brent Lindeque.
Hey!
Hello,
we say good things, and it's good to be back on the Very Big Comedy Quiz with you. And I am 100% celebrating, like you said we should. Thank you, Mr. President.
Did you ever run out, though, if you're being truthful?
Okay, so I have to be truthful because that's part of who I am. I can't lie. No, we didn't run out. I like I said in the last show that I was on, we have a really big bar at home, and I'm not sharing my address, but we have been stocked up the whole time.
Yes, and it was lovely to visit you at number 88 4th Street in Linden.
I feel sorry for whoever lives there.
I beg your pardon?
I feel sorry for whoever lives there because you just gave away the address.
Yes, whoever lives there, it's not you and Mad Dog. Anyway, I just want to say a quick hello to some of our people who we haven't spoken to in forever. That's Erica Ricketts. Dale Obermeyer is with us. There's a whole bunch of people, our regulars, the Doors, etc., etc. So hi, guys. Nice to have you back. Some new faces that I think are feel-good people from your side, or they just were on Facebook and they saw us. So hi, everyone. It's so exciting. I can't say that enough. And I'd like to say, are they our sponsors, these people?
They're giving us a hamper.
There's people giving us a hamper of fabulous dried fruit. They are a small startup from Hoedspruit. So the name of their thing is Fresh from the Hood. And it is dried mangoes, dried naartjies, dried blueberries. And I know some of you right now going, dried naartjies, really? Well, let me tell you something. These are delicious. They are quite dangerous, though, because once you've had one, then you just finish the whole bag. It's amazing. Are you eating them or are you putting them in your alcoholic beverage?
So I just received the pack that was sent today, and I haven't put them in anything yet, and I haven't tried them either. So I am going to try them. You didn't make it look very romantic when you ate it, so I think I might try it.
I put it in my mouth, and then I was like, I'm going to still have to carry on talking. But now I've got a mouthful of dried naartjie. But yeah, I would recommend the best thing to put them in, for the record, is your mouth. So do that. They are quite dangerous, especially the naartjies are delicious. The mangoes are delicious, but I do find with the mangoes, you sort of can't stop. And then you're well, how to put it? Then you don't have any problems with being regular. So and blueberries as well. So now that Tabs has given me more, and I'll just talk with my mouth full of food.
You do need to just keep it tidy because you've got a whole show to get through, and you can't eat all of this dried fruit and then have to sort of leave us halfway through.
That sounds like a challenge. Anyway. All right. So I do notice that that we have a whole bunch of new people here. We have some old people that might need to be reminded of the rules. So I think it's pertinent. Is that a big word? That is a big word. It's pertinent that we go through the rules again, just so that everybody remembers. The first thing is that you have to be honest. So we are going to go through the thing. We're going to ask you some questions. That's how it's going to work. And then you write down your answers on a piece of paper. Old school technology. Feel free to type them on your computer if you have that capacity. But otherwise, get yourself a piece of paper and a pen, and you write your answers down there. As you'll see on your screen right now, it's very important that you do not post your answers in the comment section, because if you do, then everybody sees your answers, and then that's just like pointless. That's stupid. That's as ridiculous as Man United being top of the table. Then the next rule is very big, is no Googling. Like if you Google your answers, it literally only pleasing yourself. And what do we call somebody who only ever pleases themselves? Brent.
I was going to say something, and I totally went blank.
Ah, okay. I thought you were going to say puss for a second there. There is some strong. It's the feel good show, and if that is something that makes me feel good.
Listen, I need to stop you there because I watched this thing on Netflix called The History of Swear Words. And apparently swear words really do make you feel good. They release serotonin the same way that happiness does. So when you find yourself in an angry situation and using words that might not be great for the good things guy or online use, it really does release serotonin and it makes you feel good. I hope that wasn't one of the questions.
Fantastic. I don't know if it was. It's a cracking series that the one with Nick Cage. The history of the words as well. It's we're only as far as shit. So we've done fuck and shit.
It's a great series. Great series.
It is a great series. I hope the kids are all in bed, by the way. Although if you've been homeschooling them, if they're anything like my kids, they have heard the words fuck and shit quite a lot. What rules have we missed out? Yes, no Googling. Don't Google. If we find out that you've Googled the answers, then we will actually, as I always say, we will find you and we will show your mom your internet search history. What was the last one? Yes, be honest. There is a hamper up for grabs, but it's not for the winner. The winners get. Are you ready for this? Bragging rights. And that's amazing. So you get to tell everybody that you finished top of the Very Big Comedy Quiz, the Wednesday, 3rd of February edition. So that's all very exciting. Right. So are you ready to crack on?
I'm ready. If you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Can I get 3 enthusiastic thumbs up in the comments, and then I'll know that everybody's ready?
I've just found the comment section, literally. I've been on the show before.
I tell you what a non-millennial I am. I've got an iPad in front of me so I can see the comments. I had to hand it to my lovely wife and say, please put the comments on. Those of you who were here right in the beginning, you might have heard the tail end of that. Okay, so there we go. I think we're good to go. It's the first section, section one of the Feel Good edition of the Very Big Comedy Quiz. Do you feel good most of the time, Brent?
So most of the time, yes, but something that I've become very honest about, and especially during lockdown, it was something that I had to face myself, is that it's really okay not to be okay. Like I always had this idea that I needed to be happy all the time because there was this person that I've put online, and I realized halfway through lockdown that that's impossible. So I am happy a lot of the time and I feel good a lot of the time, but like anybody else, I have really off days, and that's okay.
There are people who are happy all of the time, and they are crazy people. So, so it's good that you know that. It's good that you know.
Yeah, I learned.
Let's do it. Question 1, section 1. What hormone is commonly known as the happy hormone? What hormone is commonly known as the happy hormone? Do you know how you make a hormone, Brent?
This is definitely not PG. That's not. But
there are. I don't know what. But yes, it's not PG. That's like one of the oldest jokes I can remember. My dad told me that. So, I think he also it explained the lady outside the car window. But yes.
I really missed this quiz. This is fantastic.
All right. So question 1 is, what hormone is commonly known as the happy hormone? Well, apparently it's not. I don't know if you guys can hear Tabs breaking stuff in the background there, but that is my bar. That's quite concerning. There's some really expensive clip drift in there. Okay. Question 2. Which film? Sorry, because I'm working on my delivery here. Which 2006 film starring Will Smith tells the story of a homeless salesman and his son?
One of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies.
Is
I
it?
love.
You've got to watch more movies.
Well, no, that'd be nasty. That's terrible. It's a good movie. It's such a good movie. Yeah, I'm not going to say the name because obviously in the quiz. But can I give a clue away? Is that allowed?
Does it involve entanglement?
No, it does not. It does not. Oh, look, we've got friends here in the house just walking past, drinking champagne. Part of the comedy quiz.
That is also, firstly, it was awesome. Secondly, but the worst mime of stairs I've seen. Possibly since I watched myself do it. You said that's far better.
I've never.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, that random person is my neighbor and one of my really good friends that I went to high school with. Monica.
Alone, it's great that Cyril unbanned booze.
Yeah.
Cheers to that. Okay. So the question was question 2: which 2006 film starring Will Smith tells the story of a homeless salesman and his son? I have never seen this movie. Do you know that?
You should watch it. It's a great film, and it's a true story. Obviously not Will Smith's true story, but it's a really, really good movie about. You need to. I don't want to give anything away because then I'll give the name away.
It was set in West Philadelphia, where he was born and raised. The playground is where he spent most of his days, chilling out Max and relaxing all cool.
You've given it away now.
Oh, well. All right then. Okay, question 3. Don't worry if you have just joined us. We will recap all the questions at the end of the round. We're gonna try and do it quickly because, of course, the thing that makes me feel good most of the time is Liverpool Football Club, and they're playing at 10 o'clock. So,
I did actually see someone Facebook commented going, "Are we going to be done by the time the football is on?" Like, yes, I'll come to the quiz.
Benny's a special case. He lives in the UK and he's a football journalist. So not just a fan. He is also a Liverpool fan. But he gets paid for it. What next? It's like, how do you get paid for that? Sometimes somebody's going to get paid for telling jokes or some shit. I remember those days. Anyway.
Payment.
Okay, I feel like the question here was written wrong because maybe you messed with the order because it says, speaking of which, it is found in platelets. So I'm assuming this doesn't refer to the movie, but rather the happy hormone. Speaking of which, it is found in blood platelets throughout the central nervous system, but where is it mostly found? So I'm assuming this is the happy hormone and not the Will Smith movie.
Aha! Oh, I get that now. I'm actually looking at the question going, Tabs?
Yeah. Going, Tabs was very proudly showing off her wine just now, and it all makes sense.
I was sober when I wrote these.
Okay. So the happy hormone, which we asked about in question 1, is mostly found in blood platelets throughout the central nervous system, but where is it mainly found? This interested me. I always thought it was in the brain, but it's not, because that's the central nervous system, in case any of you thought I was giving away something. I don't know. She's telling me not to say the brain.
Yeah, I thought you're getting into trouble. That's you.
Yes, that was what was happening there. But anybody with a basic knowledge of anatomy knows that the brain is part of the central nervous system, the brain and spinal cord. That's what she's doing. She's giving me the finger, like that thing. Are you guys married, or are you still happy?
and it's so funny because Andrew and I are not married. We've been together for 12 years. We're in our 13th year now. And we've been engaged for 8 years, and our friends are forever on our case about getting married. And I'm like, but we're pretty happy now. Like, this is good.
Yes. Well, just a good excuse for a party. But does he ever do that to you?
I will mute you. Look.
Tabitha's going to shout at me as well. So, Tabs, you're right. Whatever you think, you're right.
That's what I say as well. One of the secrets to a happy marriage, a man called Dennis Preston pulled me aside before our wedding day, and he was like, "Chris, I'm going to give you some advice that's going to keep you, save you from a lot of hassle in your life." He said, "Whatever she says, just say yes, you're right, and agree with her."
You're right. Tabitha's
'Cause
right.
You're going to say that eventually anyway.
Chris,
Okay. Yes, exactly. According to Hooter and Ryan, what H is defined as striving to experience pleasure, enjoyment, and comfort? Am I pronouncing Hooter right? Is it Hooter or Hutta?
I don't know.
I'll go
It's
Hatta.
Huta. If there's anyone who's smarter than me, please let me know. Well, there's probably most of these people are smarter than me. Are the otters with us?
The otters are supposed to be here.
But anyway, so according to Hooter or Hutta and Ryan, Hutta, like some butter. What H is defined as striving to experience pleasure, enjoyment, and comfort?
Now, I did try this question out on somebody earlier and they knew the answer. But he was a medical doctor.
Yes, medical doctors are smart people. Comedians, not so much.
Even journalists, not so much, because I don't know the answer to that. I'm out.
Right. Well, I can tell you who scored the winner in the 1985 FA Cup final, if you like, but that's not one of the questions.
Whoa!
All right. Oh, and the next question. I may have given the answer away too, but hopefully people are listening. Football. No, they can't see it. Football makes Chris happy. Now, these were written in the third person. So by Chris, we mean me. Football makes Chris happy, in parentheses, sometimes. Who is his favorite team?
Oh, I know the answer to this.
Everybody should know the answer because I think that's possibly why I was getting the other. And I was mentioning it a lot. Yes, so football makes Chris happy sometimes, but who is his favorite international team? And then as I'm asking that, Erica Ricketts' comment comes up saying not the bum doctor. I'm not sure the two are related, but no.
Because I said a doctor. I tested it out.
I'm putting it out there. Robin Dunlop is also saying, as a comedian and smart person, I don't agree. Of course she doesn't agree. She's a scientist.
Whoa!
Yes, so, but not all comedians are scientists, Robin. I'm a sports management dude who failed at that. Cool.
This is the good feeling show. We can't be talking about failing. Like, that's sad.
Oh no, I mean I didn't fail. I passed. I got a cum laude and shit, but I didn't go into sports management. Instead, I decided to have a far more interesting life, telling jokes and getting drunk.
That's other fun to me. That's other fun to me.
Yes, I could have been like teaching high school kids rugby or some crap. Yeah, but anyway, Robin, very smart lady. She's testing malaria pills as a cure for COVID, if memory serves me correctly.
Wow.
Yeah, like real work there.
Interesting.
Because there's not a lot of comedy work right now. Robin, do you try and tell them jokes while anyway? Right. Question 6. In March 2020, which country was ranked the happiest country in the world from the World Happiness Report for the 3rd year in a row?
I haven't eaten. Sorry, Andrew's brought me food.
That's fine. Is it good food? Is there enough for the whole class?
I'll have to. I mean, he's just delivered this. He doesn't want to come on camera, but he's just delivered this.
Oh,
well, if ever there was something to make you happy. I need an Andrew in my life. I got delivered. She didn't even give me water tonight. She just delivered me an angry look, though. But anyway, so what was the question? Do you know about the happiness index?
Yes, I do. We tried to implement something like that in South Africa to sort of do a happiness index for our country and where we might find the happiest region or city. And I just don't have the ability or time to do the statistical analysis to get that information. But the happiness index is a global thing that many people will follow and work off every year. So yeah, I know.
Yeah, no. So South Africa ranks really low on the happiness index. Did you know that? We're like 145th or something.
No, it's there.
Well, they haven't tested me, so statistics are always skewed, and they've never phoned me.
No, we're really bad. Like so we are actually. It is here. We're 109th. Now, to put it in perspective, Bafana is ranked 93rd. That's how fucked we are when it comes to happiness. So we need to up our game. But the question is not about South Africa. It is which country is ranked. Now, I have to qualify that it is the happiness index, because I misheard it the first time. And because South Africa measured 3.4 on the happiness index. And I was like, well, I'm a good 5.5. So I'm above average. And then I realized that it wasn't. And now I'm at 3.2. Anyway, so in 2020, which country was ranked the happiest country in the world for the third year in a row? Well, you'd think we've got legal marijuana here. You'd think we'd go up quite high. And definitely, if somebody's asking in the comments, no, definitely not South Africa. Okay.
It's the bum doctor.
It is the bum doctor, but I was just glancing at it because I'm already spending half my time going like this. Besides, okay, so question 7. Erica's asking, is it Brighton? Erica's from the East Rand, so I'm going to have to explain to her slowly that Brighton is not so much a country as a city, possibly even just a town. I'm not sure. Okay, question 7. Besides Happy, name the other 6 dwarves. If you're wondering, just not like random ones, just the ones that Snow White knew. So
there we go.
Yeah, because I've got a friend who's a dwarf, but I don't think his name would it get me a point?
Stephen, no.
No. So
that's a definite no on maybe the little people you know, and only the ones that were in the fairy tale with Snow White.
Is little people the official PC term for dwarf?
I kind of think that would be correct if I think of, yes. In editorial circumstances, it would be little people.
Is it? Are you sure it's not midgets that are little people?
I mean, I would rather go with little people. I think that sounds...
Little people for both.
Little people for both. Okay. Well, my humble apologies to any little people out there. Hope I didn't offend you.
Isn't it a person with dwarfism?
No. One day when you've got a lot of time, Brent, I'll tell you all about the time I did the Nolene show, because she did a show for people who've taken abuse in their lives, and she felt that me as a ginger fitted in. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But one of my favorite Nolene 3 Talk with Nolene shows I ever did.
Oh, I mean, I can Google this and I will find the talk. It would be quite interesting.
It was lovely. She managed to offend everyone when she was doing a show about not offending. So that
I think
that be called Little Woman. Is that all about? No,
I think no, it's not. It's definitely not. That's a different show entirely. But is this the bum doctor that says something about I'm offending Irish people?
Ask the Irish about the little people, not a compliment.
Leprechauns, don't they mean?
I don't know.
There we go. There's another one.
There's a fair chance. Dwarfism is
hanging munchkin. Apparently, one of them killed themselves on the set.
Is that?
Yeah, hectic.
Okay.
This is supposed to be the
feel good show.
How are we getting so dark so quickly?
I just feel bad for the midgets and the dwarfs. I just don't.
Okay, just go to the next one.
Yes, let's cut this question short. And so I'll repeat it though. Besides Happy, name the other 7 dwarfs. It was just a little joke I made. Okay. All right. Ah.
Oh, I need to get ready for this question.
Yes, because so this question is wine makes Brent happy. Which countries are the top 3 wine producing countries in the world?
So this is tricky. I mean,
have you experimented with wine from all of these 3 countries?
Yes, I actually have. Yeah, I have. I'll leave it there because I don't want to give anything away. So I've drank in these countries.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a glass of wine in each of these countries.
Yeah, look at you. You definitely get around. Did you
Swaziland.
So there was. Do you remember that? Which pub was it? I think it was the Keg that used to have drink your way around the world. Did you ever do that?
That sounds familiar, but I'm more. I mean, wine does make me happy, and I enjoy it, and I've drank a lot of it in the last 300 plus days. But food also makes me happy. So if you had to take me to a restaurant that does food in all of those places, I would appreciate that more, maybe.
And beer as well. I did drink your way around the world the first time, and it was brilliant because we had imported beers from everywhere. And then the second time I went to the Keg in Boskrane, and we started out in what on earth? She's got pizza.
She's not eating pizza.
We went to the Keg in Boskrane. And we started out in Windhoek, and then they were like, okay, this next beer comes from Germiston, and then still not good at miming the state. And then they were like, okay, this one is Black
That was
Label.
terrible. That was terrible.
America's Lusty Lively Lager. And then we were like, okay, cool. We'll give you that one. And then we went back to Windhoek.
I'm sorry. Mon, do you want to say hi? Oh, no, now she's left. She left my study. She's out of the studio.
I feel her sticking melted cheese in her face was more than enough. She can say hi to her if she wants.
I've never. So I must explain. My dear friend Monica has been on a fitness thing for the last maybe 300 days, and this is the first time she's had champagne, thanks to the president. So first time since I would say 300 days, and it's doing her well. Maybe.
Well, enjoy. Okay, let me try and hide that light. Where were we?
What light?
There's a bright light.
I'll switch it off.
What was I saying? Wine makes Brent happy. Which countries are the top 3 wine producing countries in the world? No, I think that's by volume, not by like quality. Question 9. Who sang the 2013 song Happy, made famous by Despicable Me?
I can give a clue away here, if I'm allowed to.
No, you okay, go.
So he also went viral for with Hardy Dars.
Yes. Wasn't it with the Kiffness?
Yes. Yeah. But by himself first, because his social media went crazy with Hardy Dars, and then the Kiffness did a whole thing with him and the Hardy Dars.
And there was a cracking cover of the song Happy done by our very own Deep Fried Man, which you should really look at, because his theory was that nobody can be that happy. So he remade the song. It wasn't so much a cover as a satirical version of it called I'm Bipolar, which you really got to check out.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so now we've spoken about the 7 little people. Snow White was Disney's first full-length feature film. But what was their second full-length feature film?
No clue. Couldn't even. And I love Disney, and I think I grew up with Disney, and I watched all the. I couldn't even answer that. I
don't think you were alive when it was released. Like, unless
you were alive.
Unless you are a lot younger. I mean, older than you look.
Well, I mean, I identify as a 29-year-old, so I'm gonna stick with that.
You identify as a 29-year-old.
It's a thing. You can identify. I mean, as anything. I identify as a 29-year-old. So I feel.
And then when the police pull you over, you identify as sober, but that doesn't always work.
Well, luckily, I don't drink and drive. So if they're pulling over an Uber, then I would be in the back going, I'm 29 and I'm sober.
Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to say anything on that. So the question was, question 10, the final question of this section. Snow White was Disney's first full-length feature film. What was their second? The second Disney full-length feature film. All right, so let's do a quick recap at lightning speed of section 1. That was section 1, and then we'll give you the answers. First question, what hormone is commonly known as the happy hormone? Question 2, which 2006 film starring Will Smith tells the story of a homeless salesman and his son? Question 3, speaking of which, speaking of the happy hormone, it is normally found in blood platelets and throughout the central nervous system. But where is it mainly found? Question 4, according to Hutter and Ryan, what H is defined as striving to experience pleasure, enjoyment, and comfort? Question 5, football makes me happy. Who is my favorite international football team? Or you could just say football team because you don't need to. Anyway, question 6, in March 2020, which country was ranked the happiest country in the world on the World Happiness Index for the 3rd year in a row? I'll give you a clue. It's not South Africa. Question 7, besides happy, name the rest of the 7 dwarves, little people. Question 8, well, you can say dwarves because it wasn't Snow White and the 7 little people.
Well, they didn't have a thing as politically correct when that movie came out before the other movie or the fairy tale.
Well,
Did it come out in the 60s or something?
No, the fairy tale's been around for years. Yeah. All right.
Question 8.
Wine makes Brent happy. Which countries are the top 3 wine-producing countries? Question 9. Who sang the 2013 song Happy, made famous by Despicable Me, the movie? Question 10. Snow White was Disney's first full-length feature film. What was the second? Should we do the answers? I can tell you
time.
With
Yes. Go.
Yes. Okay. What hormone is most commonly known as the happy hormone?
Am I answering?
Well, you can answer this one.
Serotonin.
Serotonin.
Woohoo.
Who
Made
sounds
in the
like the wife of...
medulla oblongata, I think.
Yes. I don't know. All I know is if you're lacking in it, you can eat chocolate and you feel better after perhaps a long weekend listening to repetitive music in a warehouse.
I wouldn't trust the advice about the chocolate. I mean, we all want to be healthy here, but if it does help your serotonin, then go with it.
So apparently there's certain substances that you could take in the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know if they're probably still available, but I'm unaware of them these days. And they would make you really, really happy. Some might say ecstatic for a period of time, but they would deplete your serotonin levels. And then
you'd be really sad.
Then you could top them up by eating chocolate and you felt better about your life. So I heard.
Yeah, it comes from the brain. So yes, that's where it's produced.
It comes from the brain.
Here we go.
Okay. One of your top movies ever, the 2006 film starring Will Smith, tells the story of a homeless businessman, a homeless salesman, and his son. What is the name of it, Brent?
The Pursuit of Happiness. And he actually started that with his son. So his son played the little character. It was quite intense. Really beautiful movie. Didn't
the son do some strange stuff, like cut off his balls or something at some point?
No.
I don't know if he cut off his balls, but he did get a little bit different. He's a bit odd. He's a bit odd.
Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens. Childhood stars go berserk.
Well,
was it Willow Smith that did whip your hair back and forth?
Yep.
One of the most underrated pieces of musical. So speaking of question 1, serotonin is found mainly, serotonin is found in the blood platelets and throughout the central nervous system. Where is it mainly found?
So that would be the digestive system. And I think that goes back to your chocolate comment. Like, eat chocolate and you're happy.
Eat chocolate and be happy. And you don't even have to, not even for serotonin. You can just eat chocolate and be happy in any case.
Win-win.
There we go. According to Huta, and Ryan, what H is defined as striving to experience pleasure, enjoyment, and comfort?
Oh, I need to answer this, don't I?
You don't need
Hedonism.
Hedonism. Yes. Hedonism or hedonia or hedonic.
So the doctor's got a little bit of information about the gut.
Ah, there we go. Brace yourselves. We call the gut the mini brain, as it is the second largest conglomeration of nerves outside of the central nervous system. And yes, Chris, it is bigger than your little brain.
It seems the doctor, the bum doctor, as you call him, is also a comedian.
I don't know. My little brain.
But he really is a bum doctor. That's why he's called the bum doctor.
Well, the big word for it is colorectal surgeon. So, where were we? Football makes Chris happy. Who is his favorite international football team? It is, of course, Liverpool Football Club.
And he mentioned that right before.
Yes, just like about 7 times in case.
And he's also wearing the shirt.
And then there's also that, and then like that, and then just in case.
Are they playing tonight?
They are indeed. They are playing at 10 o'clock.
You're dressed up for an occasion.
Yes. Well, it's that I have to, otherwise they don't win. So I'm doing my best. Now the team just needs to sort their crap out. Right. Where were we? In March 2020, which country was ranked the happiest country in the world according to the World Happiness Index for the 3rd year in a row?
So that would be definitely not South Africa. We were 109th, 109. But the happiest country was Finland.
It was indeed Finland.
Doesn't a lot of vodka come from Finland? I feel like it comes from it.
They must be drinking a fair amount. Maybe they just enjoy the weather there. Nothing.
If you enjoy like the movie Frozen, maybe, I don't know.
No, because they have like summer. They have like one long day because it stays summer there, and then the sun doesn't even set. I think I could be wrong. So maybe it's just like they're happy because whenever they take the happiness report, it's like, yay, summer.
Well, they get to see the
for like 3 months. We get to see the Northern Lights. We don't have Eskom, so we get to see any lights. What's besides happy? Name the rest of Snow White's small friends.
Little people.
Little people.
Snow White and the 7 little people.
Yeah, that sounds cock.
But they were. So it was happy, grumpy, sleepy, bashful, dopey, sneezy, and Doc. Yes.
So apparently you can assign a drug to each of these people.
Who has it was written so long ago. I don't know.
So grumpy obviously is the dude on crack. Sleepy, I believe, is marijuana. No, sleepy is heroin. Weed is happy.
Isn't that dopey?
No, that's right. Dopey's on weed. Sneezy? He's the guy on coke. Doc is, I'm going to say acid because he believes he's a doctor. And then, who am I missing?
Happy would be MDMA. Ecstasy, wouldn't you?
Yes, happy would be MDMA. What is
bashful? What would bashful be?
I don't know. What would bashful be?
I mean, I don't know enough about drugs, but I guess bashful would be paranoid. So what makes you paranoid?
Maybe weed, yes. Anyway, wine makes Brent happy. Which countries are the top 3 wine-producing countries?
Italy, Spain, and France. And the reason why I drank wine in each of them is because 2 years ago I saved up and I went on a cruise in the Mediterranean, and I got to do it all at once. It was not all at once, but in 1 2-week period. And the wine was good, like it was okay, but South African wines still have my stamp of approval as the best in the world.
So the answer is Italy, Spain, and France. Where does South Africa rank in that? Like on the happiness index, she puts down where South Africa is, but for wine, nothing.
Let's have a look.
Erica
I don't know.
saying, well, are we talking about the Seven Dwarfs? Erica says the Little Mermaid is filthy. The Little Mermaid is a nutcase. She was the first stalker. Have you read that story?
Oh God.
It says it doesn't. I don't know exactly, but it says it's regularly in the top 10 wine producing countries.
Ah, there you go. We're regularly in the top 10 wine producing countries. Who sang the song Happy? It was Will Ferrell.
No,
Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell Williams. Who's Will Ferrell?
He's a comedian.
Why did I say that? Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell Williams is the guy.
Will Ferrell sang it at karaoke fairly successfully.
He recently did the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yes. Pharrell Williams. Don't listen to... And I'm sober, Brent. I'm drinking water.
I mean, this is bizarre.
So Pharrell Williams. That's his name. Pharrell Williams. And he sang Happy. And he sang other songs as well that weren't that good. And then Daniel Sarich says, The Little Mermaid, no wonder Hans Christian Andersen was addicted to masturbation. I like that he says that as if most of the male population is not. Like,
I think that Peter van der Merwe is Googling.
No, he's watching with us.
No, mainly because I Googled and it came up 9th too.
Yes, but he only just joined us, so he didn't hear the non-Googling rule.
So
and then Robin Dunlop, who disagreed with me when she said comedians really are smart, said, I want to hear the Will Ferrell version, but she spelled here H-E-R-E. So, Robin, if you were that smart, you would give the grammar Nazi and me no cause to call you out on that.
Chris just dropped the mic.
Boom. Dave Fridgen's with us. Hello, Dave. Lovely to have you with us. Long time no see. Anywho, what are a few... Oh, sorry. That was section 1.
No, you haven't done the last...
You didn't do question 10.
That's the last answer. My goodness, what is in this water? Snow White was Disney's first, but what was the name of Disney's second full-length feature film? That sounded weird. Disney's first was Snow White. And
then second was?
Yeah.
Wow, even more fun.
The second was when Snow White sat on his face and said, lie to me, bitch. It was Pinocchio.
So, I mean... Excuse me, that's not COVID. That was me laughing. It's Pinocchio.
Is it Pinocchio, or if you're from South Africa, Pinocchio?
Pinocchio. Isn't it Pinocchio? How do you say it?
I always called it Pinocchio, but I think the correct pronunciation is Pinocchio. But I also read the word Karen as Karen, when it's actually Karen. Karen. But in South Africa, every Karen I knew was called Karen.
But also, Karen is not for 2020, eh? They're changing the name for 2020, apparently.
Yeah. What is the name for 2020?
2021.
2021. I don't actually know. But a lot of people have been speaking about the fact that we need to put Karen to bed and give the Karens a break. Karen. So there's a new name for 2021. You can make it up. Now's your time. This is your time to shine.
I'm not sure if it's gonna catch now. So we'll leave it for now.
Okay.
Sarah has mentioned that both Italy and Spain wine suck balls. The best is South Africa, and New Zealand is pretty awesome. Been to all countries to drink their wine. I think we should do like a wine travel thing.
Right. We need the answers?
Scores. The scores. So that round was out of 17. Add up your scores, fill them in. Oh, we didn't talk about the Google document.
It is pinned at the bottom.
So the way when you finished eating your dried nachi, I hope you've all clicked on the Google form that's pinned in the bottom of the comment section. And then once you've registered there with your team name and everything, you fill in your score for section 1. It's out of 17. You can see I'm out of practice because I forgot to mention the Google document in the beginning.
It's okay. Most of the teams already registered.
Oh, okay. So out of 17, fill in your score at the Google document, and then let us know how you did. Better than Italian and Spanish wines. Hopefully you didn't suck balls. Or maybe if it's your thing, hopefully you did suck balls. That could be a good night out for some. My dried narches are being removed from me. Winemakers, so don't know anything about digestive hormones, but good on wine. Peter van der Merwe is a winemaker. We should make friends with him.
He definitely wasn't Googling it because he knows the answer.
Yes. So we'll be sure to be visiting you, Peter, unless you make Italian wine, which apparently sucks balls.
Okay, we've got low scores and people can continue submitting.
Still submit your scores, but are we moving on to section 2? All right.
Yeah, we've got 2 more sections, and you only have an hour and 15 minutes until your game.
Oh, then I will be doing it really quickly. These 2 sections, there's a lot of pages for these 2 sections. These are essay questions. I hope you guys have got enough ink. The first one. This is my question.
I just read the question. And I'm not that's stuck in my head.
There is a song in a movie called The Sound of Music, obviously the best film ever, in which she mentions her favorite things. Now, I would like 5 of these for 5 points. I would like you to name any 5 of these favorite things, with the exception of brown paper packages tied up with string. Because that's how the song goes. Brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things.
Oh my God.
When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad. Anyway, so before I make anybody's ears bleed, besides brown paper packages tied up with string, I'd like you to name 5 of her favorite things.
Oh my goodness.
There are a lot of them. This should be easy. There's like
14 of them.
There's 14 favorite things. Like, you'd think she'd be able to make her mind up, but she's got 14 favorite things.
Yeah, I know of the movie. It's not my favorite movie like yours of all time.
I didn't say my favorite of all time.
I think you did. I'm going to rewind this. I'm good. You said my favorite
Karate
of all
Kid
time.
2. Fight me.
And I don't even remember the words to this. So I mean the tune is there. It's not now I've got an earworm in there, but I don't know. I don't know.
It's one of those like weird songs that has been made into like a jazzy fusion thing, and then whenever you're at one of those like trendy cocktail events, then you hear burr, 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 burr. Have you noticed that? And then you kind of like it because that brings back that time when your mom forced you to go and watch The Sound of Music at the Parkview cinema. Erica says she dated a Spanish archer once. It didn't work out, so I gave him the elbow. I feel there's a joke in there, but I'm missing it somehow.
Gave him the elbow.
Or maybe she just wanted to let us know that she dated a Spanish archer once. I don't understand, but anyway, so I just feel like we should give people time though to fill in their 5 the 5 of my favorite things in the song.
Everyone right now is singing.
Everyone, yes. These are a few of my favorite things. I think we can move on from brown paper packages tied up with strings. Oh,
I get the joke. I get the joke. I just saw the comment. I get the joke.
I get it now. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Erica. We're a bit slow.
I am drinking wine. I don't know about. That's why I'm slow.
No. Gave him the elbow. For those of you who didn't read the comment, you get it because he's a Spanish archer. Elbow. Okay.
Okay.
Question 12. Question 2 for section 2 or 12, depending on how you see it. How many muscles does it take to smile? It depends if you're smiling yourself or if you're forcing somebody else to. No, so how many muscles does it take to smile? And the answer that I have here is inconclusive, but you put it down, and then let's see how you feel.
Yeah, they're multiple.
So
it's a multiple choice.
Because sometimes you're smiling inside. How many muscles does that take?
So I'm interested. I was doing when I was researching earlier. One article states there are 19 different kinds of smiles.
There are 19 different kinds of smiles.
Yeah, so you get like the embarrassed smile, the coy smile, the flirtatious smile, the fake smile. There's a whole bunch. So surely you use certain different muscles for each smile.
What is your standard go-to selfie pose? I know a comedian, and she has this thing. It's not Robin. She's got this thing where she still wants to look sexy, but kind of quirky and funny at the same time. So she does like a weird. I can't even do it, and she does it in every single picture. It makes me laugh every time, which I suppose is her goal. But I think I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. But she still wants to look hot and funny.
I know who you're talking about.
Question 3, section 2. Purring in domesticated cats is a sign of happiness, attention, or even pain. How many vibrations per second create the purring sound? We'll take it to the nearest 10. Have you ever thought about that? I've never thought about that.
No, but
are you counting them? It looked like you were counting. You were looking at something.
I was reading the question because I wasn't listening to you. I'll
read it again in case other people are not listening. What's that? Purring in domesticated cats is a sign of happiness, attention, or even pain. How many vibrations per second create the purring sound?
That's very interesting, and I've never thought about that before. But also, purring's weird. Like a cat's purr is weird. It's great when you're scratching a cat, but it's a weird reaction.
So this morning,
really annoying when they're on the pillow
at 4 o'clock,
sleeping next to your head.
4 o'clock this morning, he was like, all she wanted was love, and he's like, she's so annoying, she's so loud, and she's purring with her heart and soul.
Yes. Nothing like a cat purring next
to
that
purr, because you just said happiness, attention, or pain. That purr was for attention. It was like, come on, give me love.
No, it was I'm so happy and warm next to you, next to your head. That normally you would tick me off, but now you're asleep, so you don't want to do that. This is supposed to be the feel-good quiz. It reminds me of steps last night. Okay. So, question 4, if serotonin is stored mainly in your gut, where is dopamine mainly stored? I think it's in the hospital medicine cupboard. Did you get it there? Is there a dopamine drug?
I don't know. There's 2 doctors. Let's ask them.
Who's the other doctor?
I don't know. Is someone else a doctor?
Yes.
Robin, what is she?
She's a scientist. I don't know. She's not a doctor.
Researcher.
She's a scientist. Go with scientist. Robin, feel free to correct me at any point. Daniel, you can tell me if you get dopamine in like injection form. That'd be pretty cool.
You do. Grey's Anatomy, they talk about a dopamine drip.
Well, if Grey's Anatomy says it, then it must be medical fact.
Meredith Grey knows everything. Everything.
So Daniel is saying, yes, we do give dopamine, but the answer is not. We mean in the body. So don't take my answer of the medical cupboard as the thing. Yes, so to repeat the question.
Statue on the shelf. What is she on about?
Is there a statue on the shelf behind me?
No, I think it's behind Brent.
Is that where your dopamine is stored? Brent is on my phone, so he's tiny to me, so I can't even see the statue.
That's a hand, isn't it?
Okay, but let's repeat the question. If serotonin is stored mainly in the gut, where is dopamine mainly stored? Question 5. What are the last two unalienable rights of the U.S. Declaration of Independence?
So you can give them the first one.
No, that's for 2 points.
Yeah, so there's three.
Ah,
Give the first one and ask them to give the last.
So the first one is life. There we go. So we want the last two unalienable rights of the U.S. Declaration of Independence.
you learn something new every day.
Something and something else.
You learn something new every day. I had no idea.
I've heard
That's
this said before.
So have I, but it was actually someone pointed it out to me earlier because we were talking about that movie.
Yeah, it would make a good name for a movie.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
All right. So let's move on. Now this question's all about you again.
wow.
So Brent loves traveling. But I bet this place isn't on his list. It is the least visited country in the world because of its remoteness. Based in the South Pacific, made up of hundreds of tiny islands, what is the name of this country?
I've never been there.
Well, apparently nobody has. So basically, to recap the question, there's a country that nobody goes to because it's far away from everything and it's a bit cuck. What is it called?
So
That could be Zimbabwe.
So in 2017, they only had 2,000 visitors.
There you go. Did you hear that? In 2017, they only had 2,000 visitors. They had even less in 2020. But they've only had one case of COVID, and that was a record. So what is the name of this country? I think this is quite I'll be amazed if anyone gets this. In fact, if you get this, I will give you 2 points. Just because. Did you test this one up in any way?
No.
As a guest, I've just gone and checked maps because I know the answer. But I've gone and checked on maps, and I was incredibly surprised.
Were you?
Yeah, just surprised.
Okay, well, I mean, there's a massive clue for you.
I don't know.
Okay, and then from a really, really difficult one, we'll go to this one. In December 2020, what was spotted crossing the road in Four Ways, Johannesburg? Now, I feel I should make this more specific because there was a lot of things spotted crossing the road in Four Ways.
It's out of place, and it's my favorite.
So which wild animal was spotted crossing the road in Four Ways, Johannesburg? I'll give you a clue. It was not a chicken. So yes, in December 2020, which wild animal was spotted crossing the road in Four Ways, Johannesburg, prompting everybody to make similar jokes about I don't want to give it away, but my word, even the product involved jumped on the bandwagon.
Yep.
And because they have a genius marketing team.
Yes, they do. So that's an easy one. We'll leave that one. Question 18. Which 2006?
Wait, we gotta hold on for a second.
But can she mime the stairs while doing that?
She just fell down the stairs.
That looks more like falling drunk down the stairs than miming walking down the stairs.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Is that a real bottle of Jack Daniels?
Yes, that is a real bottle of Jack Daniels. This is a real bottle. Big bottle. She's gonna attempt the stairs again. We're getting the stairs.
I'm gonna try the stairs. While you do that, I'm gonna eat a piece of fresh from the hood striped mango. That one was obviously worse because now she's laughing.
Mon, could we get the host some more wine? That would be fantastic. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is it going to be the last time she goes down tonight?
We can only I apologize to everyone for that little ad break of Monica doing stairs badly.
No, that's fine. We'd like to give a thank you to our subtle sponsors, Jack Daniels.
Also, we need sponsorship. So if Jack Daniels are watching, fantastic.
If you want to add a little bit of dried mango to Fresh from the Hood to your Jack Daniels, it's delicious and actually makes it healthy. Practically a fruit salad there. Okay.
Genius marketing.
Genius marketing. Where were we? We were speaking about the wild animal in 4 ways. Actual wild animal, not some other brain. Oh, there's a.
I don't even know.
It's not. Who's that? It wasn't the same neighbor, was it? Because
So I must explain. So it was Andrew's birthday yesterday, and he was incredibly depressed because we're in COVID and you can't really see people and we can't really do things. So he invited a couple of friends around, neighbors, to come have drinks tonight, and they're all watching the show downstairs. So while we're here, my studio is upstairs. They're watching downstairs, and they're getting horribly drunk, and that is what has happened. From being horribly
you should rephrase that to delightfully drunk.
Delightfully drunk. They're happy.
Delightfully drunk. I just hope that the lady we've seen the most of is better at going down the stairs than she is behind you.
Oi.
Okay. Question 8. Section 2. Which 2006 animated film starred Elijah Wood, Robin Williams, and Brittany Murphy and told the story of singing penguins?
I just realized 2 out of 3 of those people are dead.
Which 2? Is Brittany Murphy?
Yeah. Yes, she is. But isn't this supposed to be happy?
Yes, it's such a feel-good quiz. Everybody's dead. Okay, but that's got nothing to do with the movie.
Okay, go wine.
I'm feeling a bit sad now. So in which 2006 animated film starred Elijah Wood, Robin Williams, and Brittany Murphy and told the story of singing penguins? It was a great movie. Was it up there with Pursuit of Happiness? Would you say?
Yes, it was a great movie. I enjoyed the movie.
Was it the same storyline?
It was very similar. One of the penguins had a son, and they were salespeople.
Oh goodness, Daniel's being very deep.
Yeah. Wow.
I just saw that comment.
Which one? The one that said, "How about some dried marzipan?"
I'm just warning everybody.
Okay. Question 9. Which 2016 Grammy-winning song by Mark Ronson is a great mood booster for grumpy days? Cheers to whoever the wine person is.
It's back to Monica who can't do stairs. Thank you.
We're very concerned now that we heard she's going up and down the stairs, but we will be there to your house in Linden as soon as necessary, should you require. So which 2016 Grammy-winning song by Mark Ronson is a great mood booster for grumpy days?
Oh, yeah, I was going to give away another clue, and then I was like, nah, because that'll give it away completely. So no, it's a great song. Enjoy the song.
Billy Joel sang a similar one.
It's not The Sound of Music.
It is not The Sound of Music. Disneyland is often referred to, this is question 10, the final question for this section. Disneyland is often referred to as the happiest place on earth. There are 6 resorts, name 3. 3 different Disneylands.
Have you ever been to Disneyland?
No, but I did once have a Mickey Mouse doll.
Same thing. Same thing. No,
one of my favorites. Yeah.
I was going to say I've been to one of them, and I had a really good day. It was a really happy day. Like it's cool.
Was it the happiest place on earth?
I don't know if it was the happiest place on earth. Monica, time to go home.
Monica is.
She's had 2 or 3 glasses of champagne, and I'm not sure.
She's twerking up a storm. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
I mean, Chris, if you were drinking, this would be a totally different experience.
I'm feeling a bit sad now. I'm trying to get on a dried mango high. Instead.
You're just going to end up going to the loo.
Are we going to lose you? I mean, we've made it through 2 rounds. I'm not sure if you're going to make it through the third.
It'll only be tomorrow, and it'll be very pleasant. So one of my favorite things one of those comments, they said it was one of those Facebook things. And they said, when you die, what do you want to happen to your remains? And some guy said, I want them to be scattered all around Disneyland. And then ... and I don't want to be cremated.
That's dark and funny.
Okay, so the question 10 was, Disneyland is the happiest place on earth. There are 6 resorts, name 3. Should we recap the questions? Do you think that's necessary?
Yes, we have to do it quickly.
Let's do it quickly. Question 1. What are a few of my favorite things, as said by The Sound of Music?
What's her name? Julia Andrews?
Julie Andrews.
But what was her character's name?
I don't care. Accepting brown paper packages tied up with string. We won't accept that one. So question 2, how many muscles does it take to smile? Question 3, purring in domesticated cats is a signal of happiness, attention, or even pain. How many vibrations per second create the purring sound? We'll give it to the nearest 10. Question 4, if serotonin is stored mainly in the gut, where is dopamine mainly stored? Question 5, what are the last 2 unalienable rights in the U.S. Declaration of Independence? Question 6, Brent loves traveling, but I bet this place isn't on his list. See, I got the intonation wrong. So Brent loves traveling, but I bet this place isn't on his list.
Yes, scriptwriter. Oh, amazing.
It's the least visited country in the world because of its remoteness. Based in the South Pacific, made up of hundreds of tiny islands, what is the name of this country? Or to put it briefly, what's the name of the least visited country in the world? In December 2020, what was spotted crossing the road in Fourways, Johannesburg? What wild animal was spotted crossing the road in Fourways, Johannesburg? Question 8. Which 2006 animated film starring Elijah Wood, Robin Williams, and Brittany Murphy told the story of singing penguins? Question 9. Which 2016 Grammy-winning song by Mark Ronson is a great mood booster for grumpy days? And question 10. Disneyland is often referred to as the happiest place on earth. What are the names of the 6 resorts? Let's give you the answers. Question 1. The list of my favorite things.
I feel like you should sing this.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. That doesn't count.
These are a few of my favorite things.
Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel and noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. Okay, now I've lost the tune completely because
these are a few of my favorite things.
Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, for white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When Okay, so there we go. I will repeat those quite quickly. Raindrops on roses.
Oh my God.
Whiskers on kittens. Bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens.
They're actually stupid things.
Cream-colored ponies. Cream-colored ponies. Crisp apple strudels. Doorbells. Sleigh bells. She really loves the bells. Schnitzel with noodles. Wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes. Snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes. Silver white winters that melt into spring. There you go. So
those
any
are
5 of those, if you got those, Where was it? If you got any 5 of those, then you get yourself 5 points.
Yeah, and you earn those.
Keep in mind, you do not earn brown paper packages tied up with strings, because those aren't necessarily one of my favorite things. Question 2. How many muscles does it take to smile? It's 17.
But
we'll take anywhere from 11 to 17.
Yes, that's what I'm going to say.
And there's a theory from Sarah Lowe that says they were all on crack when they wrote those words.
I agree with it.
I tend to agree with you, Sarah. Like, you can imagine them, like, wow, man, warm woolen mittens. Amazing. These are like my favorite things. There's the doorbell. That sounds amazing. Okay, so question 3. Purring in domesticated cats is a signal of happiness, blah, 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 blah. How many vibrations per second? It is in between 20 and 30. That's we'll take to the nearest 10. So anywhere from 10 to 40 is a correct answer. We're practically giving these away.
We are.
Okay. If serotonin is stored in the gut, where's dopamine mainly stored? The answer is your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Dopamine in the brain. Question 5. What are the last 2 unalienable rights in the U.S. Declaration of Independence?
Liberty.
It is what?
Liberty and the pursuit.
Liberty and the pursuit of happiness. So you get liberty and you get to watch Will Smith in a movie with his son. And those are inalienable rights.
What's
so,
wrong?
I don't know. I heard something over there. It's a dog. It's your dog. He doesn't care.
He's stupid. Did he eat another frog?
So the answer to question 5 is liberty and the pursuit of happiness. Question 6. What is the least visited place in the world, country in the world?
It's
Tuvalu.
called. But I don't know.
Tuvalu.
I've never heard of it. Never heard of it, ever.
I think
Never.
Freshly Ground sang a song about it, if I'm not mistaken. Tuvalu. Yes.
Close.
I'm glad you like the shit jokes, Brent. That's a Tuvalu. Question 7. What wild animal was spotted crossing the road in 4 ways? It was a hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus. And then there was a whole fake story that went around Twitter that it had been, that it didn't make it, that someone had chopped it up. And it actually wasn't true. The hippo is back in the Hearties Dam, so it's all good.
But I didn't know we had hippos in Hearties.
Neither did I, but I'm not going to swim there again.
Well, apparently 4 ways isn't particularly safe either. Yes, I do. What was the movie with Elijah Wood, Robin Williams, and Brittany Murphy about singing penguins? It was called Happy Feet. They danced or something.
They danced as well, and it was all about the penguins. I mean, they sang, but it was all about the little penguins. He was the only one that didn't want to sing. He wanted to dance. If I remember.
So he danced.
He just danced. He tapped his foot.
There we go.
It's working.
I don't know. Yes. Question 9. Which 2016 Grammy winning song by Mark Ronson is a great mood booster on grumpy days?
Uptown Funk.
Funk you up. Uptown Funk you up.
Thank you.
There we go. Uptown Funk is the answer to question 9.
And it was a sneaky one because it was actually sung by Bruno Mars, but nobody knows it was a Mark Ronson song.
Ah, there we go. Tabs is like a quizmaster ninja. Disney is often referred to as the happiest place on earth. And there are 6 resorts, name 3. So any 3 of the following: the Disneyland Resort in California, Walt Disney World in Florida, Tokyo Disney Resort, Disneyland Paris, Hong Kong Disneyland Resort, or Shanghai Disneyland Resort. And there is, it's not Disneyland, but it is, so I'll just repeat those before I go off on a weird tangent. So Disneyland Resort in California, Walt Disney World in Florida, Tokyo Disney Resort, Disneyland Paris, Hong Kong Disneyland, and Shanghai Disney Resort. So any 3 of those. That round was also out of 17. So add up your scores, put it on the Google document.
You were going to say something.
Have you been to, because the Shanghai Disney Resort reminded me of like another happy place in Mildersdrift called the Happy, what's it?
Happy Island.
The Happy Island, which is a
Never
very
been.
ironic name because it's not an island and it's not that happy. It's actually a death
Is it?
trap.
Is it the water park that you're talking about?
It's the like illegal water park that they put together in 4 days with some sets they bought from IKEA or something. Have you been to it?
I have not had the opportunity or what sounds like a fabulous day out to go to the water park, but I have heard of it, and it was pre-COVID, right? So it was like end of 2019, and then it's just
I would even say we went there at maybe the beginning
About 2 years.
of
2 years
2019,
ago.
maybe even 2018.
never heard of it again.
Mm.
So and it was, because when you go down one of these slides, it's always good when you get a little bit of a thrill and you're a bit scared, and the fear is even heightened there because you have this feeling it's going to fall apart midway through, which makes it even more fun.
Like you are going to die.
Like you definitely, like you see the bolts are a little bit loose. It's nice. It's great.
So you 0 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10 recommendation.
Well, try because you
It's
go.
definitely thrilling.
It is thrilling, and then you're going down in the cold water, and then you get to a part where the bolts are a bit loose, and there's some warm water there. And if there isn't, there is once you go through it. But it is, what a magical place, Happy Island. I highly recommend if you have unwanted children that you go there for a day.
All right.
Okay. Have we got all the scores in?
We've got quite a few. There are a few still outstanding. We'd just like to say that the Fresh from the Hood, you can submit your scores at any point.
I don't know if you guys heard that, Fresh from the Hood.
Snackcidental Tourists, we're missing yours, and the Surges.
Yeah. Okay. Now, the first question is an essay question. I hope you...
No, it's not.
got some time.
The answer is something
Oh, that's the
interesting.
answer. No, sorry, the question's quite short, but the answer is long.
No, it's just extra information.
Chocolate is a great mood-boosting food. You see, and that rhymes in everything. Which country is the biggest producer of cocoa beans in the world? The last round, to answer your question, Daniel, is out of 17. But so, chocolate is a great mood-boosting food. Which country is the biggest producer of cocoa beans in the world?
I found this very interesting because it's not something you think.
Well, now you've just
Oh, yeah, no, probably totally like.
given it away.
Oh.
Okay. Question 2. Which famous antidepressant drug was originally produced to treat obesity and blood pressure?
Now, I find this very interesting.
Tabs, I don't know where you got these questions or answers from because it's something. I mean, a lot of these questions are incredibly interesting, but it's something that I've never thought of.
So
So-
I have to admit that this question I got a little bit of help with. This came from the doctor himself.
Who's also playing the quiz, so he might get this one correct.
Yeah, I might get this one right.
No, but
Maybe.
I figure if you do have obesity and high blood pressure, then an antidepressant will help. On
Well,
some
I'll
level.
definitely take some Prozac.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
I think that,
La, 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 la.
Question 3.
There's always one. There's always one.
We
Sorry.
know that Finland is the happiest place on earth. I thought Disneyland was the happiest place on earth. These questions
No,
are
we've
contradictory.
we've
Huh?
covered that previously.
Look at question 10.
Happiest
answer
country.
2.
Happiest country.
Yes. You see, you've got to phrase these correctly. We know that Finland is the happiest country on earth. What is its most northern territory or region known as? And it is also synonymous with Santa Claus. I did not know this. I didn't even know this place was synonymous with Santa Claus. So, we know that Finland is the happiest place on earth. What is its most northern territory or region known as? It's also synonymous with Santa. Okay.
I didn't know
Question
that either.
4. Walking on Sunshine was released in 1985 by which band? This is like this song is timeless, huh? Like,
Walking
everybody's out here.
Who remembers being in the nightclubs, dancing away to this one?
In 1985, I was not in the nightclubs.
No.
I was in.
It was like the 80s nights with Mark Pilgrim and Chillers.
Still not.
You were
No.
just a loser.
No, me and Brent both apparently. So
I'm too
who's
young.
the
I'm
loser?
too young to remember that. I wasn't even born.
What?
I'm lying. I was born. That's the year I was born. I'm lying. I'm not
That's
29. I'm just giving it all away.
Oh, 1985. You're still 29 for people who don't do well with maths. Okay, so question 4 was Walking on Sunshine was released in 1985 by which band? Question
5.
5. Sorry, I'm reading comments at the same time.
Yes, Sarah, you and me, Chillers, Rambo. Woo-hoo.
Sarah called it Ramberg though, which is like that sounds like a place where you get laid a lot.
Well, I mean, there is a
What are you
certain
doing tonight?
there's a
going to
certain
Ramberg.
conversation about Ramberg when you were driving around with your telegram. I'm sure we can call it Ramberg now.
That filthy Ramberg. That was the name of the group.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it was Rambo Nasties.
something like that.
Whoa.
So, but it was Randberg, not Ramberg.
I think I'm totally going to make a group called Rambo.
Yeah, they put porn on it. Question 5: who played Richie Cunningham in Happy Days?
I mean, I don't even know what Happy Days is.
Happy Days was one of the early sitcoms. I think it was in the 60s. Was it? With Fonzie. You often hear a character in a sitcom referred to as the Fonz. It refers to a character in Happy Days called Fonzie. I've never seen Happy Days, but I just know that little bit about it. So, who played Cunningham? Ron Cunningham. Richie Cunningham. Who played Richie Cunningham in Happy Days? Who knows?
He's quite famous. Can I?
Do you know what's brilliant about this quiz is you cannot know that and still be happy. Like I'm quite happy. I'm
happy.
that I don't
I'm
know
happy.
that.
I'm happy.
Can I give you a clue with that one? He's now a very famous director.
There we go. Isn't he a porn director?
No.
No.
He didn't live in Ramberg.
He directed Happy Endings in Rambo. Cycling is another thing that makes Chris happy. How many stages were there in the 2020 Tour de France? The same as every Tour de France, I think.
I don't know. I was just checking.
But how many stages were there in the 2020 Tour de France? So this is one of those questions we like to call we're reaching now to incorporate happiness.
But also, does cycling make you happy? Is that a real thing?
Being on a bicycle makes me happy. I'm not sure cycling, watching the Tour de France doesn't necessarily make me particularly happy, but being on a bicycle does.
Chris likes to ride his bicycle 3 times a week.
Read into that what you will.
I just snorted. That was funny.
Okay. So then we're talking about me and the third person again. Chris loves cooking and won 2015 MasterChef Celebrity, the South African edition. Name 2 of the judges from the show. So I'm going to say you don't have to name judges from Celebrity MasterChef, any judges from South African MasterChef. If you can name 2 of them by their actual
Past
names.
and present.
Well,
I'll give a clue away here. So one of the chefs put or suggested that one of my dishes on My Kitchen Rules he would add to his menu, which was pretty cool. It was a big moment. Yeah, big moment. That was because I'm not really. I mean, I bake, but I'm.
But was that at his restaurant in Franschhoek?
Maybe.
It is a nice clue. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yeah, I don't know if he ever added it to the menu, but when we were there in the production on the show, he just said it was so tasty and such a great dish that he was going to add it to his menu. Someone's coming. I can hear them again. It's time for an ad break. Monica, I'm sure. Oh, she's bringing me more wine. This time,
Monica.
Monica's bringing me more wine. This is a good neighbor. Look at this. Look at this.
And ice.
Ice. Wine. There it goes.
And
Don't
she'll
fall.
twerk.
Oh!
She'll got
That's like the biggest glass. That's a bottle of wine.
just one glass, one last glass.
I mean, that's. Oh. Yes, thank you, Mon.
Sarah says, "Love thy neighbor."
I mean, I've neighbors.
So
Number
that
8.
was question 7 was named 2 of the judges that have judged MasterChef South Africa. Question 8, which feel-good 1994 film features Rowan Atkinson as a bumbling priest?
Oh, it's a brilliant movie.
Good movie. Such a good movie.
Such a good movie.
And
Which
I mean, a random clue here is they made a 15, maybe 20-minute sequel with all the actors for charity. That's freely available on YouTube, and it's brilliant. It's the way that they tied everything together. Amazing.
No, it was good. It was good. But I like
out.
the fact that it started with fuck, 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 fuck.
Great movie.
There was a controversy about the beginning of it on BBC.
Oh, really?
Yes, well, because it starts with fuck, 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 fuck. Question 9, according to Classic FM, The Marriage of Figaro is one of the most cheerful pieces of music. Who wrote it? You can sing it if you want.
Is that right?
Play it.
No, don't. We'll get banned. We'll get banned.
You'll get
It's
banned. No.
classical, isn't it? Beyond the rights.
Who
I don't
knows?
know.
I will play a little bit of it.
Apparently, we're going to get a musical interlude now.
I'm just trying to find it.
Robin, my clues are not meant to be helpful. I've just read your comment. They're just supposed to take you off the trail, actually.
How does Robin not know this?
Maybe she didn't watch the show. I don't know.
That
Hold on,
didn't
I'm
sound
trying
like Figaro. That was a cut version of it.
No, it's
Okay.
stupid.
Well, we'll move on to question 10 now,
Okay, wait,
and
hold
we'll
on,
play.
here it
We'll,
Okay, I think that's enough.
okay, what did Daniel say? It's a whole opera. How is it a single cheerful
I
piece?
don't know. Ask
Even
us
when
that
she
different.
find out about the Duke's cheating. I'm guessing Daniel knows the answer.
Take it up with classic.
Classic
FM.
event.
So question
Just
10,
play.
happiness is a high. Now, I'm not saying we were crowbarring in questions about feeling good at this point, but I'll just read it again. Happiness is a high. What is the highest point in South Africa? In other words, the highest mountain peak.
That's a trick question. I don't know.
Right.
Not a trick question. It's a real question.
Because I would think, I mean, I immediately I'd go that.
Northcliffe Hill.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I've totally been stoned there.
The Lone Hill Rocks. I don't know. No,
Top of the Carlton Centre.
No, not Joburg, South Africa.
Yeah, these are not the real answers, Tabs.
We're just messing around here.
It's boring when you're sober.
Huh?
I
Anyway,
mean, he eats a lot of dried fruit when he's sober.
no, it's just here and it's delicious, so you can't not eat it. I'm not even supposed to be eating it.
So Tabs, next time we do the quiz, I'm going to do it with you because you drink with me.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'll set the questions. Let's recap it at lightning speed. Chocolate is a great mood-boosting food. Which country is the biggest producer of cocoa beans in the world? That's question 1. Question 2. Which famous antidepressant drug, which Tabs mentioned, was originally produced to treat obesity and blood pressure? If you missed Tabs giving the answer.
I'm sorry, what? Hey, what?
We know that Finland is the happiest place on earth. What is the most northern territory region known as? It is synonymous with Santa. Question 4. Walking on Sunshine was released in 1985 by which band? Question 5. Who played Richie Cunningham in Happy Days? Question 6. Cycling is another thing that makes Chris happy. How many stages were there in the 2020 Tour de France? Question 7. Name 2 of the South African MasterChef judges. Any 2, including from season 1 and 2. Question 8. Which feel-good film in 1994? Which feel-good 1994 film features Rowan Atkinson as a bumbling priest? Question 9. According to Classic FM, The Marriage of Figaro is one of the most cheerful overtures / operas / pieces of music. Who wrote it?
Daniel, pedantic. Thank you.
Question 10. Happiness is a high. What is the highest mountain point in South Africa?
Great question.
Mm-hmm.
I needed an extra question.
Bonus question. This man was once happy. He was the 7th president. Now, okay. Let's get to the answers so we can happily watch Liverpool play Brighton. Okay, question 1. Chocolate is a great mood-boosting food. Which country is the biggest producer of cocoa beans in the world?
Don't look at me. I was going to say I can't say it. It's Côte d'Ivoire?
Côte d'Ivoire, or the Ivory Coast, as we call it.
Aha.
So now I'm going to read the explanation as fast as I can. Côte d'Ivoire is the biggest producer of cocoa beans in the world, producing 2 million tons. In fact, Ivorians count on the cocoa exports for 40% of their export revenue, which means that their national economy is highly dependent on the price of cocoa.
Oh my
The
God.
country is located in the tropical region of West Africa and has a population of more than 26 million, which is an estimated 20. Okay, I think we get the picture. Basically, they produce a lot of cocoa in Côte d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast. Which famous antidepressant drug is Tabs going to be taking after this quiz? And was originally produced to treat obesity and blood pressure. Well, for those of you who didn't hear, who go, I'll take Prozac.
Prozac!
Normally you give away one, okay?
I'm sober this time. I didn't give away shit. So the answer to question 2 is Prozac. Question 3. We know that Finland is the happiest country on earth. What is the most northern territory region known as? Also synonymous with Santa. It is Lapland.
Lapland.
Or Lapland.
Is Lapland because you sit on his lap? Is that why?
I mean, that's also a stretch, but you know, maybe.
Well, it is if you sit on the Santa in Brack Pans.
Oh.
lap.
Isn't that where Erica lives?
Erica doesn't live in Brack Pans. She's not a heathen. She's from Benoni.
Oh, okay. That's a fancy side.
She's like she emigrated out of Brack Pan. question 4. Walking on Sunshine was released in 1985 by which band? It is Katrina and the Waves.
Did you just hit the mango?
I can't eat mango. It's like, yeah, it's one of those things you have to just keep eating it. I have to stop myself now. So it is Katrina and the Waves. Question 5. Who played Richie Cunningham in Happy Days? I think we all knew this one. Yes?
Ron Howard, which you gave away as well. You gave this little gem away.
Well, I said who played Ron Cunningham.
Close, so close. And then you backpedaled and got a bit weird, and I was watching.
Noticed. Why did you even have to bring it up?
But he is. He's a famous director now.
I'm sure Ron Howard was a porn director.
No, Ron Howard was also Ron Howard was the name of Will Ferrell in the movie where he plays a presenter, Ron Howard.
The newsreaders.
Oh yes, Anchorman.
Anchorman. It's Ron Howard.
No, he was Ron something else, wasn't he?
Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy.
Oh, Ron Burgundy. So close. I'm drinking one.
How many stages in the Tour de France? In 2020, there were 21 stages. There you go. MasterChef
That's
judges.
to the nearest 5.
No, I didn't give it to the nearest 5 because you should know that shit.
Oh, bugger off.
There were 21 stages in the Tour de France in 2020. MasterChef judges. Any one of the following, if you got any 2 of the following, rather, you can have a point for each. It's Pete Goff Wood, Benny Masekwameng, Ruben Riffel. Which dish was it, out of interest?
Ruben Riffel.
Yes. Now, what dish? What did he like?
Oh, the chocolate fondant. It was the final baking thing that I did on My Kitchen Rules. Chocolate fondant.
Okay, so we want an invite and we want that
Yes.
for dinner.
Yes, that.
I'm far better at
Okay.
cheesecake, so I'll do cheesecake for you guys.
Oh, cheesecake's banting friendly as well.
Yes, they're all banting
Done.
friendly if that's delicious.
Cheesecake then.
So, and the final one was Andrew Atkinson, who was a judge on season 1 and 2. So, Pete Goffwood, Benny Masekwameng, Ruben Riffel, or Andrew Atkinson. Question 8, which movie features 1994 movie features Rowan Atkinson as a bumbling priest? It is 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Oh, such a good movie.
Such a
And
good
then-
movie.
I think I'm going to watch it tonight, actually.
Oh, lucky girl. But
You're watching Liverpool.
question 9, according to Classic FM, Marriage of Figaro is a cheerful piece of music. Who wrote it? It was written by Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, if we're being
Ah,
true to our thingies. And then question 10. Did you know this one?
Me? No.
The highest mountain in South Africa.
No.
I know this very well, only because we did a South African quiz once.
No. I mean, I would have gone stupid, generic answer. Highest mountain would be highest points. Table Mountain is in my head because it's high. But then also
Really
that's
not.
altitude, and then the 2020 movie that they won when they got to Drakensberg. So then you just don't know. Like I get confused.
2020 movie was so unrealistic.
yeah.
Different kind of disaster.
Well, 2020, 2012.
No, but I mean, the movie was called 2020, wasn't it?
No.
I'm sorry, 2012. It was 2012.
Was it called 2012?
2012, yeah.
So it is in the Drakensberg, which they spoke about there. And the name of it is Mafadi. There we go. So that's
Oh, what's the border of South Africa and Lesotho? Yeah, so yeah, it makes sense. Is it where is it near Sani?
I don't know. I just know it's called Mafadi. That's round us out of 11. Give us your scores and we'll tell you who the winner is. We'll also tell you who wins the fabulous hamper.
I should
Of
probably
dried
do
fruit.
that,
Which you will eat in one night. Apparently, we've watched you eat in the whole night. So
Well,
once you get the
glad
hamper,
that the hamper's not here. Otherwise, people would the
Okay, okay.
hamper would be a bit sad. It would be looking like this right
So
now.
Brent, I
Yes.
need you to stick one of those nachos in your face. I want to see you stick it in your face and tell me what you think.
Basically, I am.
I mean, this is first time I've ever been asked
Stick it in your face.
stick a
And
nachi.
the girl never asked you to put her nachi in your mouth before.
Oh my god. Stick rind and all, hey? Rind
Note, I
and
could have
all.
said mango, and that would have been a little bit weird.
We're gonna do the nachi and the whole thing with the skin and all because apparently you
Skin and
eat the
all.
skin.
Promise you, this is going to change your life. It's good, huh?
That's pretty delicious. Skin and all.
We just ate like nearly an entire packet.
That's delicious.
It is so delicious. Okay,
It tastes like sweet.
you see. Now he can't stop eating them.
Yeah.
Like, we wait till the end.
Okay, so our random number generator, I just stuck it in there now. I'm so glad that it didn't pick up the fresh from the hood Nachi people. It did, however, pick up the Snackcidental tourists.
Yeah, it's accidental. Tourist.
So you guys are going to get a hamper of blueberries, naartjies, and mangoes, and you're going to love them. I will drop them off at your Joburg residence, not your UK one.
not
Sorry
the
for
UK.
you guys.
Okay, so Snackcidental Tourist, congratulations. You win the Fresh from the Hood hamper. If you want to order Fresh from the Hood, go to the website or the Facebook page.
From the hood.
But in the meantime, more more pressing business.
I'm actually still waiting for Fresh from the Hood to give me.
So Fresh from the Hood, if you would please deliver your aunt your score, please.
I'm sorry, the website.
But she's in the UK.
She is in the UK, but that's up to her sister to get them to her.
The website is www.freshfromthehood, spelled HOED.co.za.
Someone just
Yeah, because
it's Hoedspruit.
Hoedspruit.
So Fresh from the Hoedspruit. There's a hippo there as well, but she lives in a house.
Oh no, I'm so excited. I want to go and see
It's
her.
Jessica, and what's the other one?
She got a brother. Okay, all right, okay. I think I'm just going to announce them because I just copied them. Writing them down. Hold on 2 seconds. Sorry, last minute entry. Okay.
So the winners are the oscillating otters.
Who aren't here?
Just kidding.
So in third place, with a whopping 28 out of 45, is Fresh from the Hood.
Yay, well done.
Well done. Then in second place, with 35 out of 45, it's the Surges.
Yay!
And first place, oh, well done, people. I'm just clicking. Hold on. Campbell's
Yay!
And they got 39 out of 45. Well done,
Well
guys.
done,
Well
guys.
done. Congratulations.
Thank you all for joining us for the Very Big Comedy Quiz. Thank you, Brent, for taking time out from what seems to be an amazing party at your house.
And happy birthday to Andrew.
Happy birthday to Andrew. If we can make it to Parkhurst before curfew, we'll come join you. But in the meantime, thanks very much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and thank you to Fresh from the Hood for the prizes. We'll catch you soon. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.